So last night, after I worked out and made my videos, I was watching one of the TV shows. I think it was World News Now, and I could hear there was a funny noise in the house, but I didn't think much of it. So I went to bed, and then early this morning I was woken up by my grandpa telling me, "Well, I got the sniffles. The furnace ain't working. You played with the thermostat. I have to have somebody out here. Called Neff already. They should be here soon." Well, that didn't get me off the couch yet because it was my day off. I wanted to rest. Not too often do I do that, but I really wanted to rest. Pretty much about 10:30, Meals on Wheels showed up and their rest went right out the window. So I had to get up, grab Peanut, and because Peanut loves to go outside and just run around the guy's ankles for some reason, and the guy even had the broom for whatever knows reason, I don't know, to try to ward off Peanut, and I had Peanut in my arms so that he wouldn't be bothered. And then after that, we were still waiting on the guy from Neff. So I was waiting to take a shower all this time. So meanwhile, I decided I was going to go ahead and jump into Housework USA. And while I'm jumping into all the housework that I had to do, which I got to use the vacuum that Grandpa worked on and do some laundry and do some dishes. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I just skipped it totally because by that time, it's going for 11:30. I'm like, I'll just do lunch. I ate lunch. Finally, the guy from Neff shows back up. He's like, "Going to furnace in the basement?" You want to say, no, the furnace is outdoors. So, yes, he goes down the basement. He goes, "Well, it's going to take," he named the part. I have no clue. He had to leave for a while, go and come back and get the part, which took another inordinate amount of time. While he's gone, I decided to start making these phone calls about everything because I always like to have my ducks in a row. If I'm going to do something, I want to have my ducks in a row. Something told me to call my dentist, and because I got this little handy dandy card, but even though I didn't have any issues, and it says if there's any concerns prior to your appointment, it gives a phone number. Oddly enough, I found out they were the people trying to call me. Long story short of it is, I can't go to get my teeth seen about when I'm supposed to because my hygienist isn't going to be there. Can you see the rage and disappointment on my face? So anyway, and then they're like, "Well, do you have any other vacation time? Can't you just move it around?" I said, "No, I just can't move it around just because you need me to do that." They tried putting me on that Monday before, and I said, "Look, I work. I can't do that." I said, "Look, I have 3 days coming up. Can you schedule me one of those days?" "No, she's booked up. And she's the only hygienist we have." And I'm thinking to myself, a big dentistry place like that, you need more than one hygienist just in case something like this happens. So at that point, I roll my eyes. I said, "Well, I have this Carefree dental card. I pay $19.99 for it. It's supposed to cover 50% of everything." I had to give them my ID number. It was the most stupid. I said, "Look, I'm not wanting to know, since I can't get it done on the time that I'm scheduled," which even sent me a reminder card, "but I'm trying to figure out how much it's going to cost me so I can plan ahead." I said, "At this point, it looks like it's going to be March." "Oh, we can't do that. That's horrible that we're making you wait that long." "Well, what else can I do? I can't come my time scheduled. You don't have another opening. What am I supposed to do?" So at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm angry. The guy comes back, fixes the furnace. I finally get Grandpa to discuss, let's discuss Peanut's situation because he has to have his checkup at the animal clinic in February, and he also has to have his pill the same month. I personally thought it could all wait until we could get him, scheduling an appointment. Nope, can't do that. You have to get the pill, and then you have to schedule another appointment to bring the dog back to be seen. So that way they can get an exam fee out of you. Then they can add the extra charges like the heartworm test they want to perform and the shots and all this stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, why not do that when he's there on the 1st? Doesn't that make more sense? It is what it is, kids. So at this point, I say, fine. So we make an appointment for the 14th at 2 o'clock for the dog to be seen. I roll kind of day. At this point, I need something to get my frustration out because the dentist office said they were going to call me back. Waited all day on that call. Never happened. Anyway, so I went in there and made some chocolate chip cookies. Put Alexa on a timer of 11 minutes because when I made the funfetti cake last time, that I'll be honest, the corners came out better than the cake. So I thought, well, I'll add an extra minute. Needless to say, I shouldn't have added an extra minute on the cookies. So I don't know if it's because the cookie and cake batter are different, but it just didn't, made it very crispy, if you will. If you had milk, I'm sure they would be delicious. But I didn't eat one. Grandpa tried it, and he said it was very crispy. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get in the shower, just trying and wash this day off of me because, the heat's now working. I've cooked, done more laundry, I vacuumed the house. So at this point, I'm trying to, de-stress. So I'm like, what do I need to do today? So you look down and one of your favorite sweaters that you use in the morning time, the zipper breaks. And it's a nice clean sweater, but here the dang zipper breaks. And it was one of Grandma's sweaters too, so I had to go get rid of the sweater. Which, ironically, the stray cats are thanking me for the sweater right now. And one of my favorite pairs of jeans. I've wore so much that, around the favorite part of the jean area, it's like Dwight Yoakam kind of style. You got to get rid of them. So I made the decision we had to go to Goodwill tonight to get out. I paid for it. Yeah. I know my bank's going to be really happy with me. I didn't even mention the bank situation. I called them today. This was just another add-on to make of my day, let me tell you. I'm trying to make long story short because I know this is going to be a long video for us. And I said, I hear you got some new fees on this savings account, which I'm not still totally sure I'm going to keep them. These don't go into effect at first mid until the 3rd of February. And it's a dormant fee, a service fee, and they've always been there, I guess, but now they're raising them to more money, so you'll see a substantial difference. And if you don't have $100 in there, even if, I don't really understand that, because she said, if you don't have $100, well, I had $100 and some odd cents, and they still deducted $1. She goes, you got to have like 105, 110, so we don't take that dormant fee off of there. And then they're going to charge you for if you take money out. It's just like they just want to charge. Let's be honest. A service fee for maintaining your account. Then there was another fee, too, that she mentioned that my mind's going blank. And I'm like going, you know what? Half of me wanted to take my money out of there and put it just in my checking account because it just sounds like a bunch of stupidity to me. And I don't know if it's because she claimed everybody's doing like this online banking now, so that's why they had to start raising their fees. And I'm like going, well, I don't do online banking. I'm old-fashioned. Don't charge me for everybody else, It's been an overwhelmingly stressful day. But what brings me joy? What brings me happiness? Helping you all with your Valentine's Day questions. You've got them. I've got answers. We're going to do those next. And then a Valentine's Day song. Probably we'll do the help with the Valentine's Day. And then I'm going to try and do 2 Valentine's Day songs for you before I go work out. So you don't want to go nowhere.